Going live. Going live. You're live.
Excellent.
We're live, coming to you from the UK in England land.
I thought you were going to say coming to you live in colour.
In stereo.
Oh no. You just need to shuffle the left-right balancing and just be like, woo, woo.
Oh yeah, no, we can't do that dynamically. I was going to say we can space it out so we're just so our microphones are super wide balanced. But yes. Anyway, hello everyone. How are you all doing? Kinnell Caradog has a colourful shirt on. He does.
Yeah. I realised that wearing the light shirts didn't actually pick up. So even if I wore different shirts, they didn't pick up. So I was like, the dark shirts.
Yeah, that's why everyone thinks you just have one shirt.
Because it's like, no, it's a pink shirt.
Yeah.
And then there's the pink and white shirt. And then there's the white shirt.
And there's the off pink and the slightly white, you know. Anyway, Graham is cosplaying as Budget Tom Scott. Look, other people are allowed to wear red t-shirts. Tom Scott doesn't own the red t-shirt.
I mean, I'd hope he owns his red t-shirt.
Well, also, it's probably pink anyway because of color profiling.
You've been color profiled.
Yeah, the thing.
Wait.
Anyway, I'm struggling already. Anyway.
Oh goodness.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, heckin'. Oh right, it was an all caps thing. Nightbot. Yeah, Nightbot just bapped someone for all caps already, and it's just like we've got to turn off the auto mod for Nightbot. It's too aggressive, I think. Anyway, right, let's see. Yes, hello. Tea is brewing. Good, excellent. How are we all doing? The LAN weekend was good, thank you very much. I had a really nice weekend. Don't mind me. I'm just getting a hard drive test on the go in the background that I need to get on the go. So yes, LAN weekend was very good. I had a very nice weekend away. So yes, that went well. And yeah, we're back today. We're back this week. We don't have anything specific planned. There's just a bunch of just pottering bits that we're fiddling with. So this is going to be a mostly chat stream, and we're not going to go into any super detail. But yeah, we're just gonna do stuff that is on our list of things to do while we chat, basically. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, one of the first things I'm going to do is just switch off the auto mod on Nightbot because yeah, we've tried tweaking it. It's just too aggressive. However, at least we've got it there for commands. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, right. I'm going to get this on the go, and then I can stop paying attention to this bench over here, which will be nice. Right, basic tests, long generic. Off it goes. There we go. Right.
There we go.
Anyway,
you have successfully.
I have indeed successfully. We're looking very festive. Yeah, it's true. These are very Christmassy colours we're wearing. Well, we're about to un-Christmas everything. I think we should kick off with the face reveal straight away. So it can be done. So the face reveal, you all thought I was joking. It's not a face reveal. It's a brand reveal. Now, I really wanted to do one of those stupid corporate videos for this, but I couldn't be bothered to make something in time. And also, I think I probably would have found it about 100 times funnier than anyone else. However, yeah, like the Staples video. Did you watch it?
I have not, but it was more the fact I was just like, oh no.
You knew what it was going to be.
Yeah. Also, just a case of you attempting to commit to video deadlines.
Yeah, I was realistic. I was like, this would be funny, but I'm not actually going to do it. So yes, right. Is Caradog sporting a semi-Viking hairstyle?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced about that either. It's something. Are you looking for somewhere to attach your Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I think I'm going to do something along these lines.
Oh, that is a dual thing. Yeah, neat. Cool. Right. Anyway, let's get on with it. So, yeah, I figured I'd reveal it here just because I want to start rolling. So yeah, I have. I've finally got a logo. So yeah, for years the logo has been just the blue one that you see everywhere, which has just been the one I used from the start. It was only supposed to be a placeholder, but I've used it for about 10 years. However, I finally got a new logo, and the logo is the thing that's been holding up merch and stuff like that. I didn't want to make merch with my current branding, but now I have a new logo. And Sai, who was in the chat, was very generous and was just like, I'm going to get you a hoodie with your new logo on it. And so we've got them. So we're going to do the reveal, and this is the point where you're all obligated to like it because this is what we've got now. This is not up for debate. So if anyone's just like, I don't like it, don't care. So anyway.
I don't like it. Do not worry. Changes and revisions will be made on the same timescale.
Yes.
There will be a new version in 2032.
So Sai sent them to us in this body bag, and I legitimately thought that there were going to be sawn off body parts in this thing. So yeah, bit of a weird way. But yeah, at any rate, that's yours.
Excellent.
Please enjoy. And while you get that out, I will just simply go, look, here it is. Because I think it's cool and I want to share it with you guys. So now when I start putting it up in places, you guys can be like, oh, cool, that was the thing that he showed off on the thing. So yeah, fake drum roll. Oh yeah, it's the SciTech thing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have anything planned. So here it is. That's it. That's what it looks like. So yeah, that's a good shot of it. So that's the new logo. That's what it looks like. And so I've got the hoodie there, and on that one, I've got it on the front there as well. So I've got a little one. So on this one, this is these particular hoodies. Well, this specific one, this is not necessarily going to be on sale, but this is just a prototype of what does the logo look like on clothes, basically. So yeah. So for this one, the first thing I noticed, like for this one, the logo probably needs to move across slightly if I was to actually make this as a serious thing and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm showing this, I completely lost my train of thought from the start of this. But the reason why I wanted to show this off is that this opens up a discussion of what kind of merch people would be interested in. I want to make some cool T-shirts or something that people can buy, and I want to start talking about and thinking about what stuff we'll actually get, basically. So yeah. There we go. Now Caradog looks like a thug.
I am a hoodie.
Yes. Excellent. So I'm now going to don mine again to remove the red. Mugs for the win. Yes, we need mugs. This is true. So yeah, that's it. That's basically it. I wasn't sure how to do a big reveal, but that's it. That's the reveal. And now we've both put on dark-coloured clothing, the exposure has now gone really way too high. So, hang on a sec. Muffled noises of me putting on a hoodie again. So yeah, mine's in blue. It's got the light-coloured blue on the inside, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. You guys probably didn't hear a word of that because yeah. Does it sound like you're inside my clothing? Wait, scrap that one. So, anyway.
Why are there stickers inside the sleeves?
Are there stickers inside the sleeves? Oh, I hadn't found those. Mine are probably still in there somewhere. The struggle is real. Anyway.
No, I'm just going to turn it inside out.
Fair enough. You're not obligated to wear it for the duration of the stream, by the way. What the hell? Many. There are many, yeah. What 2-bit outfit made this? Right. Cool. So yeah, that's it. That's the thing.
Soft touch.
Boys in the hood. Yeah, they were very soft.
Is the inside of your one equally soft touch?
Yeah. Yep. Mine is soft as well.
Oh,
yep.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, I quite liked it, and I just liked the colours that were available. To be honest, when we were looking at the options that were available, I was like, yeah.
All of the options.
Looks like you're robbing a PC store. Yes. We need RAM, power supply, and keyboards. Oh yeah, no, I'm not making hardware in a hurry. That would be super cool to have like an Adamant IT keyboard or something like that. But yeah, no, not in a hurry.
Oh. I have been fluffed.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we're supposed to wash these before wearing them for that exact reason. But yeah, that's not how I roll. I just took mine out the bag and was like, cool, and put it on. So
Excellent. The only piece of clothing without extra holes.
shush. It's the newest thing I have. Can you explain why it's a semicircular maze? It's like a circuit. It's like a circuit board, except it's round. Because I like round logos. So yeah. That's it. So that's the plan. So now I actually have some branding and stuff. I'm actually interested in making other stuff. So I'm going to be kicking around some ideas for that now. Because I'm not. I mean, if people wanted a T-shirt that just had the Adamant IT logo on it, then I'll probably make that as a thing. But I've always had the intention from day one that if I make any kind of merch, the objective isn't to have my name on it, but for it to have a cool design on it that I think is cool. And the fact that it also just is the Adamant IT shirt kind of thing is just a bonus. But yeah, I have some ideas for that. But obviously I didn't want to do anything without actually having a logo, because somewhere on it, like in the corner, subtly somewhere, you want to have Adamant IT, just so people know it's an Adamant IT shirt. So that's the thing. We need to make an actual shirt for Caradog. I suppose we could. That would be quite funny. So yeah.
The sleeves are significant.
They should be on a hoodie. If the sleeves on a hoodie can't come past your hands, then what's the point, in my opinion? But yeah, what size did you opt for in the end?
Or whatever the biggest I had.
Okay, yeah, it's the biggest one.
Yes, I went for the biggest one, so we could.
Yeah. However, obviously, sizes are all relative, but yeah, we'll see how it pans out. So yeah, that's the thing. You want a zipper on your hoodie? Yeah, I have mixed opinions. There's pros and cons. I like hoodies that have got like a half zip on them, just so you can open the front out slightly, to cool off. But also the advantage of a non-zip up hoodie is that the pocket joins in the middle, and I find that very, very pleasing. So yeah.
Do
I do.
A lot.
I do. It's also the fact that you can put something in one side and take it out the other, which is just black magic as far as I'm concerned. I'm easily pleased. Full zip or nothing. Fair enough. So yes. Right. Screwdrivers and water bottles. Yes.
The Adamant IT ratcheting screwdriver.
I tell you what I do. I get on the blower to wearer and just say, "Can you make a screwdriver with my name on it, please?" Just because then I don't have to do all the R&D. I can just buy someone who's already done it.
Yeah.
But that's another discussion. Anyway. Graham losing his mind over the concept of holes. You shut up, Teltac. Anyway. So yes, where can we get one from? Nowhere yet. However, as I say, the reason why I wanted to do this is just to be like, prototypes exist now. That's the thing. There are now proof of concepts out there. So yeah, big thanks to Sai from SciTech, who hooked us up with these. These were a gift. However, it's also a case of he also knows a place where we can get stuff from. So it's entirely possible that we know where we're going to start looking. Basically, suffice to say. So yeah. Yeah, William says, hate hoodies, sweatshirts and t-shirts are fine. Yeah, no, that's fair. I would be doing more than just hoodies. If I made any kind of apparel, there would be more than just that. The current plan, I've got... See, there's two ways that I can approach doing merch. Option one is to go for, I don't know what the term for it would be, but a turnkey solution. So I would open, for example, Teespring. You can go to Teespring, you upload your design, and then people can just buy one-offs directly from Teespring, and they will make them and print them on demand. So the advantage of this is that you basically have to do nothing. They just do it all for you. The disadvantage is that they take the lion's share of of all the money. You only get a little bit of you don't get a lot for it. It is, you do get some money, but it's not going to change worlds. Then the other alternative is that I effectively make the t-shirts and ship them myself, and that means that that gives me a great deal more control and a much more agreeable revenue split. However, it then means that I've got to handle the logistics for it. So yeah, that's the thing, is I need to have a look and figure out what I want to do, basically. Because like it would be very easy for me to be like, oh cool, well that's easy, we'll do pre-orders. You pre-order. Caradog just cut a zip tie and just went across the room. You pre-order what you want and the size you would want it in. I would take pre-orders for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, then order everything that had been pre-ordered and ship it. Job done. That's what's known as doing a drop. But then there's the issue of how do I ship it internationally and yada, 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 yada. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh no, Chris, get my own brand of shoes, Adizis. Well, I would imagine that the Adidas are probably looking for new partners right now. Lol. Anyway, insulated cider mugs. I still think a pint glass would be cool. I think that would be very in keeping. So, right. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the logo. There's not much to do there, but like I say, I'm now actually going to be looking at ideas for stuff and things. So yeah, that's a thing that exists. Right. Let's move on to some tech, I guess. I'm going to crack open a bottle of cider first because I'm really thirsty and I want a cold one.
Very well.
So yes. Can I rob one of your inches? Can I have an inch of you?
Yes.
Thanks. Caradog has bought some inches today, which I spoke to someone who said they tried this and didn't care for it, but I can't remember who it was.
I find it very pleasant and
yeah,
not.
Yeah, unless it might have been Chris actually, who was just like, oh, I had some inches and it was bollocks, absolute pish. That was my Scottish accent. But yeah, I can't remember. Or was it Sai? I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was quite nice. Which is not to say, that nice and quality are two different things, but I found it very pleasant. So yeah. It wasn't you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember who it was then. Sulfite tester for cider.
Okay, I have Chris's cider.
Crumpton. Oh no, is that the 85p cider?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is Chris's cider.
The cider for Chris. Right. On the international shipping front, where's your geographic demographic split? That's the thing, is there's two different types of demographics. Obviously, the most of the audience is American. However, the size of the audience watching and the size of the audience who are actually interested in buying merch are two different things. So I need to do market research. This is also why I'm talking about it today, because you know what? If anyone is watching the VOD, for example, just leave a comment and just be like, I'd buy a shirt, I'd buy a hoodie. If there was a cool, forget about the designs. Just if you saw a design you liked, and what country are you in, or something like that. That'd be cool. So yes. Oh, people are asking you what you've done to your mic. Oh, you just put it down. Yeah, he's just put it down.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
I took it off. I forgot I'd taken it off.
I see. Oh, yes, because you were spoken, you'd gone quiet. Yeah.
I forgot I'd taken it off.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah,
you're going to send you and Caradog a bottle of Wobbly Bob. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
What? You're on, Sleepwalker. You're on. So, yeah.
I was about to pick up a keyboard and start searching for stuff, forgetting that was the laptop.
Do you need a resource machine?
It was more the fact that I was just going to go, oh, how much is Royal Mail shipping to the US? Because
I see.
I'd imagine it's pennies. by comparison, because Royal Mail shipping is cheap compared to everyone else's international rates.
Yeah.
So you know how buying stuff from Canada or the US, it's like, oh, and also it's $75 for shipping to Europe.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it'd be like 25 quid at most.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
don't know. I mean, like
that's entirely reasonable.
for US, like I get. I hadn't really thought about it too much, but like for US, I was probably going to find a friend in the US who could just do the US side for me.
Just be like, here are 100 units.
Yeah, like I said, if I were printing, I like again, Teespring have got a UK store. I don't know if they have a US based store. They must have a US based thing. But if failing that, I'd find an equivalent in the US and just ship from 2 different companies, or I would find a US partner and actually be like, "Hi, I need this many units. Can you produce and ship them for me?" That would be that's how I would approach this. Again, these are early days, but yeah. Baseball cap. Oh, interesting. Yeah, hadn't thought of baseball caps. I don't wear hats, so it's just not something that occurred to me. But sure. And Brazil fan. Well, hello to Brazil. Yeah. Yep. Fair enough. Yeah. Shipping from US to Canada ain't cheap. Like how? What? I don't understand why it's expensive. Like there's a land join. You put it on a truck and you drive up the road. Like I know it's a long way.
Because there aren't any trains.
There are no trains going to Canada.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There are dramatically fewer trains, though.
Yeah.
And train freight is much cheaper than truck freight. Because obviously you can put a bajillion tons on a train and have a single driver, whereas with a truck you can have, 70 tons maximum?
You can get down to £7 for small parcels to the US. That's not bad going.
Oh, yeah, but I was just thinking, obviously, something like this.
Yeah.
If you were sending a couple of them, the weight would
Yeah.
jump up reasonably quickly.
Well,
so that's
also,
what I'm
like,
saying. Like it'd be
yeah.
like 25 quid. Or
Like
something.
hypothetically, if you're buying merch is expensive. Like I haven't looked up prices for anything, by the way. So these numbers are complete pie in the sky numbers. But let's say you're buying a merch hoodie and it costs 25 quid for a merch hoodie. Does that sound realistic? Like if you're buying a band hoodie or a YouTuber hoodie, it's going to be about 25 quid or something, isn't it? You know, if you were paying like 7 or 10 quid for postage international, that's not bad going, is it?
Oh no, that's incredibly cheap.
Yeah. Whereas normally, like if I wanted to buy, for example, if I wanted to buy a hoodie for like a Gamers Nexus hoodie or something like that, I'd be amazed if they'd ship it for less than $20. You know, which is why I don't buy much merch, because just the shipping cost, man. And I can't be bothered to organize group buys.
Yeah, well, we were discussing that at one point on the exclusive channel.
Yeah. There was talk of doing a group buy for Gamers Nexus, wasn't there? Because I kept half an eye because if it happens, I would get in on that.
Only because I was looking to see what the shipping price was, shipping internally inside the US.
Okay, yeah.
Because it would have happened to have lined up.
Yeah.
And I was just, if our friendly American had happened to have had a spare suitcase,
yes,
I'd have asked the question, but they didn't, so I didn't push it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I can arrange something because
2 kilograms for 15 quid.
Yeah.
Don't know how much a hoodie weighs. Not 2 kilograms, I'd imagine. So
no, absolutely.
But yeah.
You know, you made those fans that could be powered not from a computer.
Yes.
Do you still have them assembled?
Yes.
Do you want to stick them on the back of the camera?
Oh, is the yeah. Oh, are you still running the camera in 4K?
Yes, because I didn't swap it over before we went live.
Genius.
So I want to see if the fans.
Oh, okay. Do you want us to just see how long it can?
I'll see if the fans sort
it. Sure thing. Yeah. All right. Hold up a sec. So just a quick thing. Quentin Stevens just said ordered a mod map from Gamers Nexus and shipping was $26. So yeah.
Oh, that's not as bad as it was when I looked.
Yeah, like that.
So I looked at one point and the shipping was nearly double the cost of the mod map.
Yeah.
And I was like, the mod map's $60 or $70.
Yeah, like
and
I
he
can
wanted $100 and something for shipping. And I was
That's
just
just
like,
it. Like,
what are you on about?
I can
Where are you-
stomach the expense of merchandise because you're supporting whoever's making it, etc. Yada yada
Yeah.
yada. You know, that's the point. They're in business to make money.
Yeah.
But when the shipping costs are like, you know, 40, when it costs you 40 quid to just ship it, I'm just like, that's a harder pill to swallow.
Yeah.
So yeah. Paulie boy, hello there. I can see your post. You exist. Hello there. Right, 50-year gamer. Thank you very much for the tenner. Right, I'm gonna quickly find these fans for Caradog just so the thing doesn't blow up. So yes, one sec. We're just going to get some fans on the camera because Caradog left it in 4K, and we want to see if it can actually sustain 4K for the duration of the stream, or whether it'll break down in tears.
Indeed.
So I'm very quickly going to set up a jury-rigged fan for the camera. So don't mind us. Just both of us just walk off set to do other things while we talk. So
there you go. Oh well, too late. It overheated.
Oh, did it just die?
Yes.
Oh no. All right. Are you going to change it, or shall I carry on setting it up just so we can see if it can recover?
I'll swap it over.
I'll tell you what, yeah, I'll get us onto a different. I'll get us onto a different thing. So yeah. Let's go to bench. There you go. There's the bench screen. The
there you go.
camera's
You can swap back now.
Okay. Fine. I'm just going to set that to there. Just. Right. Face cam. Stream over. Please insert 40 quarters. Yeah. Stream over. Please buy Adamant IT merch to continue this stream. We need your support to keep going, everyone.
Please insert coins into the meter.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh god. Don't remind me.
Flashbacks.
That was genuinely awful. For the joke there is my Thursday stream, my coin-operated electric meter ran out of credit like 2 minutes into my Thursday night Twitch stream, and I had to go down the road to get more credit. And there was a man in front of me who was taking ages and ordering everything, and I was just like, oh my god, it was the worst day of my life. That was the worst thing that had ever happened to me. All right.
Isn't that a song?
Probably. I'm not referencing it specifically.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
Here's one I plugged in earlier. What on earth? Oh, yeah, okay. That'll do.
What did I do here?
I made up these jury-rigged fans for the heat wave, and now they're just lying around. Where can I plug it in? I can plug it in...
Over here.
Yeah, I think that will reach. I'll grab an extension lead. Right.
Indeed.
Okay, right. Let's start talking about something while I'm messing around. I want to. We haven't had this discussion yet.
Okay.
And everyone wants to talk.
Oh no!
Everyone wants to talk about it. The 12 VHP 12-pin connector that's melting. So here's an interesting thing. So Eagles Lab did their hit piece on it, and we're just like, it's all of the wires going into the connector. And the rest of the world seems to have been like, that's it. Eagles cracked it. That's the answer. That's what's wrong with it. And initially, I looked at the article as well, and I also thought, oh yeah, well look at that. The amount of wires they're trying to cram into that. They've just got too much going into one connector, and regardless of quality, you just can't put that many conductors into one connector. Am I being mocked?
Adamant IT branded pay-as-you-go electric keys.
Well, I'm not doing a very good. They don't work very well because my power went out. So,
Yeah.
Oh, did it just die again, or was it just? Okay, it was just timeout. That's fine. Right. Now I need to figure out how to affix this here. Could you grab me a couple of zip ties from the pot, please? Anyway, so yeah, Eagle's Lab did the thing, and it looked like they just had too many connectors going to thing. However, Buildzoid from actually Hardcore Overclocking struck back again, and Buildzoid is just like, no, that can't be it because it's melting at the tips, not where those solder joins are.
Oh, I see. I will preface.
Preface.
I will preface.
Ow.
All of this by saying I haven't actually seen any of the content.
Oh.
So I can't specifically comment on it other than...
I'm going to unplug this while I put it up.
I need to unplug this finger chopper before I chop my fingers.
Yes, I've chopped my fingers twice while trying to put it up so far.
I haven't specifically seen the content other than the initial video from Buildzoid going, I found this on Reddit.
I see.
My comment is just a case of interesting that it's not a problem as far as we can tell on the 3090 Ti, which was effectively using the same connector.
Yes. Although...
therefore, something was changed with the 4090 version. What was changed is my initial first blush look at it, just because obviously I've not seen any further content on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There's kind of a thing of something must have been changed. And I wonder if it's just a case of they stuck in an extra 8-pin on there.
Yeah, because it's 4 into 1 instead of 3 into 1 now.
Yeah.
So, okay.
How do I profile?
Yes, given that you have not been staying on the bleeding edge of it, that obviously...
not specifically, but it's just kind of a case of...
Yeah.
It's interesting that it is an issue that has come up.
Yeah, because I was more interested in this now just purely by virtue of the fact of... I think Buildzoid raises a very interesting point. I'm not convinced he's right because my theory... Because what kind of annoyed me about Buildzoid's reaction is he was very, very dismissive of everyone else's findings, despite the fact that he doesn't actually have one.
Yeah.
Which kind of actually irked me slightly. No offense, Buildzoid. But he's just looking at pictures like the rest of us. He hasn't actually got one. And he was just like, well, it's clearly melting here. So my take on that is I think he raises an interesting point, but also I still think that the heat might be developing inside and it's melting on the tips just because that's the thinnest point where the heat is actually not able to dissipate.
Least able to dissipate from, which would be the furthest into the plastic block.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I know nothing. However... Oh, that's not what I want.
It's also worth noting that, of course, I'm giving my opinion, despite the fact that I don't have one either. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure if specifically we're giving opinion, other than just a case of interesting that this has occurred.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, whilst it's a slightly different connector, we haven't had any reports, as far as I'm aware, of 3090s doing it. And they've got, the Founders Edition at least, has got a 2-into-1 doodad as well.
Yes. I return. Okay, there is some fans pointing kind of sort of at the back of the camera. There is airflow at the back of the camera.
Fair enough.
We'll see if the camera can...
The camera will be fine because it's in 1080p.
Oh, I see. Oh, you didn't leave it on?
No, okay. I swapped it. I swapped it and just went, it's back live.
Very well then.
Yes.
Okay. A test for another time then.
Indeed.
I'd have stopped...
That's because that's what I said. I said, oh no, I'm just going to swap it into 1080p.
Well, I wasn't listening.
Well, whose fault's that?
All right.
May I have a storage medium with a USB connector?
Maybe. Ugh. That one. That should have nothing of value on it.
Excellent. Oh, good. It is also not like a 4-gig pen drive.
Yes.
Fabulous. PlayStation 4.
Yes, you may reformat that if it has anything on it. It had the PS4 software. All right then. So, try Peltier heat pump on top of it. No, Peltiers are terrible. Peltiers are terrible. They're just what's the efficiency on them? Like 15% or something?
Probably something in that order. I
Yeah,
wouldn't expect it to be much different to that.
Peltiers are a hard nope. The only reason why anyone bothers with them is that they are technically capable of going sub-ambient. But
it's also a case of they kind of make sense when you're talking about like 5, 10, 15, 25 watts.
Yeah,
at that sort of scale, but they make absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Above that, because it's obviously a case of cooling a 50-watt load with a Peltier requires you to have 150 watts of cooling capacity
on the Peltier.
The Peltier minimum.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And it kind of makes sense if you're doing something that's very bursty. So if you need something that can sustain like, a 5 gigahertz, 6 gigahertz, 7 gigahertz overclock for 5 or 6 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
Then yes, they also make sense. But it's also a case of at that point to get something that's big enough and so on, you're probably also sufficiently technically capable of just having a chiller.
Yeah. Yes.
And chillers can be tuned to run at 0 degrees Celsius all the time, so ice is not a problem, but you get all of that benefit of dropping the temperature by 70 C.
That's very cool.
So yeah, that's the conversation I was having with.
I was about to say, are you potentially getting that level of tuning on the well, I say our chiller, but your chiller, but
no,
the chiller.
Not at all. Just a case of it is in theory possible to build something where you have a known heat load. You can then tune the cooling so that it sits at just above 0, so you don't actually ever get ice.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But then it's also a case of the thing you'd actually want to do is tune it so it never went above 0, so it was just ice, because ice isn't a problem. Ice isn't conductive.
Yes.
In the same way as the water could be.
Yeah, fair enough then.
But yeah, but it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
I like them in theory, but...
Yeah. Yeah, not... Yeah, again, if you're going extreme cooling, just it makes more sense to... I guess, getting a chiller made is a bit more specialist than jury rigging Peltier stuff, but either way, no.
Oh, it's like, because LTT did the video on Peltiers, didn't they?
They did another one recently, yeah.
On Tex. And they were using 2 1600-watt power supplies for the Peltiers.
Yeah.
It's like, if you need, the capacity to have 3.2 kilowatts of power to chill your CPU, when your CPU is maybe 300 watts.
Yeah, that was a frustrating video because it was an entertaining but very poorly thought out cooling system, and it annoys me that Alex is supposed to be a guy who knows his engineering, yet whenever they do engineering on LTT, it seems to be a bit shit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, fair enough. But yes, so at any rate, though, yeah, with the 12 VHP connectors, yeah, the third-party ones don't seem to have any problems, and yeah, the cable one. I
thought they were having problems, and it was only the ATX 3 spec ones, so the ones that ship connected to a power supply that weren't. Or at least that's what I saw on Twitter from Buildzoid.
And those are the third-party ones, in my opinion.
Oh, you're not talking about the cable mod 4 into 12 VHP then?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You're not talking about the Cooler Master 4 into 12 VHP cable that they sell.
I haven't seen the Cooler Master one, but the cable mod one, especially, but that's a 4 into 1. However, they're joining the connectors. They're joining the connectors upstream, so there are fewer conductors actually going into the 12-pin connector, which is the important thing. Are you having a time there?
I did something to it.
Fair enough. It's restarting. So yeah, as far as I can tell, regardless of the actual failure point of the NVIDIA 4-into-1 adapter, it looks like the crux of the issue is trying to get 4 x 8 wires into one connector. That seems to be the issue, and like there's lots of there's people like, again, Buildzoid also pointed out how they're using split pins inside the connector that have 2 slots, so it's 2 halves instead of one single U shape, which is a poor quality pin. So the split ones are poor quality, and that is not helping. But the root cause still seems to be that just simply having 4 8-pin cables going into one connector just simply puts too much stress on that connector. Whereas the third-party ones, CableMod, Corsair, probably the Cooler Master one, the Be Quiet one, those ones are all running. They're doing the Y split further up the wire, so the actual 12-pin connector has only got just 12 individual wires going into it, and that's all. So it has significantly less load stress on it. So there's much less mechanical stress there. So that seems to be the thing. So yes. So yeah. Other things that are in the chat, Windows 22 HT, haven't seen any issues. I said to Caradog earlier on, I'm running Windows 11 at home now. I finally took the plunge, and I really hate the start bar. That's my opinion. That's it. I'll have everything except the start bar. However, I'm going to very stubbornly refuse to install any third-party utilities, because Windows 11 is the flagship Microsoft operating system that everyone will be running, is starting to run and will be running. It's not going anywhere. Get used to it. If you're a home user, of course, then just install a third-party start bar. However, I'm a professional computer repair guy. I need to be able to use Windows 11 and just not have a problem with it. So I'm very stubbornly going, no, I will not modify. I will just get used to it. So yeah. And the reason why I don't like it, just to elaborate, is just simply that it's on Windows 10, I always had it set up so so you have labels. So if you open, say, a folder window, it doesn't give you just the icon, it gives you the full label bar, like Windows 7 style, so you can see what folder is open there, and it opens each one as a separate label. So you can see everything that is open, because I have an entire screen width of bar to fill. Whereas Windows 11, you get one icon per app. That's it. So if I've got 3 Chrome windows open, there's one icon, and I've got to go to that icon and then find the window. I can't just click on the window I want. And it just means that I have this much of just emptiness at the bottom of the screen. It's just completely wasted space. It's very frustrating.
If they're in different profiles, they will show up as separate icons.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, a bad way around it.
Yeah, that's a consolation prize. But yeah, for everything else, it's very annoying. No labels as well. It's difficult to thing just dropped. Because of the lack of labels, it's very difficult to see which Chrome profile you're clicking into and things like that. I hope we're still live, because I've just lost RDC to the stream PC. I think we've got a bad Wi-Fi connection to the laptop, because it's give me the chat. Oh, the face when you're getting ads on your own channel.
Interesting. We still appear to be live, because I am watching myself telling myself that it is live.
Oh yeah.
Therefore, I wouldn't change anything, despite everything being broken.
That's quite a trick, because the router the router light has gone blue. I think it's literally just come back, just as we actually opened the stream on our phones.
Oh well, whatever. We are alive. We are present.
All right.
It may not be live, but we are alive. In a state of being.
Why is this box in my way? Who put it?
I don't know.
Who put these boxes here?
Who put these boxes in my shop?
Okay. Right. Now can I have my RDC back? We go. Right. Oh my god. Oh, this is so upset. Refresh.
I'm sure it will come good in a second.
Refresh. Taken down by Microsoft for throwing shade. There we go. Right. Okay, we should be back again. Sorry about that, everyone. Pay-as-you-go electricity and internet. Yeah. No, I don't have pay-as-you-go internet. Put a fan on the router. Yes. Okay, right. Well, that was a disaster. Anyway.
Oh.
Your phone is speaking.
Shh.
Echo, 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 echo. Right, there we go. Okay, right. So yeah, Windows 11. Yeah, the start bar. It's really space inefficient and it frustrates me. However, I'm determined to get used to it. So yeah, that's a thing. So yes, right.
Oh no, I was about to say I don't have these problems at work, but then I realised my work PC is running Windows 11, running VMs of Windows 10. So I actually live inside Windows 10, inside virtual machines.
But why though? Right. Okay. Let's see. We need a new topic. Right.
Oh, fuck's sake.
While
One thing I will be pleased about getting rid of the pins on the bottom of the CPU is I won't shove thermal paste into the pins every time I take a CPU out.
Yes. You're aware this is turned on, right?
Is it? Oh. No, it's not.
Possibly, anyway. Or it's hard to tell. The start light was doing RGB, but
it does RGB when it's off.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Because
Asus
things.
It's cold. It's fine.
Because Asus.
Asus.
Because I need all of my RGB powered off of my 5-volt standby.
Yes. Okay, right. Topic. While I actually recombobulate, because I feel very discombobulated at the moment.
AV1 on the ARC. XSplit.
Sure. All right.
It's a topic.
Sure. Okay, we'll talk about that then. Right. Yeah. Someone said, the Intel ARC. We're not doing anything with it as such. We've just got it here at the moment. Was it? Wasn't we weren't here last week, but the week before, was that when we were looking at it?
The previous stream.
Yeah, previous stream was looking at
previously
the ARC, wasn't it?
on.
Yeah, previously on Two Guys Talk Tech. We looked at the ARC. Yeah, well, I streamed on it on Sunday, and it actually went very well, all things considered. It wasn't perfect, but it works. The stream was fine. The performance was very weird. My experience with streaming with the ARC was, first, the performance was very difficult to gauge. It had very wide performance swings. It seemed to me like when you're using the hardware encoder on the A770, it has a bigger footprint than NVENC would on the graphics card. With an NVIDIA graphics card, when you start streaming in NVENC, it has an almost negligible performance hit to the actual game performance. However, with Intel Arc, it seemed to have a fairly noticeable impact because when I was originally testing game performance, it was fine, but when I had the stream running, it wasn't fine. And also, just it was difficult to tell. I was playing Elden Ring, and performance swings in Elden Ring were massive. there were areas where I was able to have the game on high settings, and there were areas where I had to bring it all the way down to low. So it was kind of a very mixed bag, but it did work. So no, we weren't streaming in AV1. We were just streaming in H.264. Yeah, that was a thing. But also, Caradog brought it up for discussion again today because you got an email from Intel, I assume, saying here's some free software.
Yeah, basically. Apparently they're running some sort of software pack thing, like NVIDIA and AMD do on occasion for new stuff and things. And yeah, I got an email saying, here's your software pack.
Yeah.
To gain access to your software pack, you must do this survey. I was like, okay.
Fair enough.
The survey said, did the software pack mean you purchased the card sooner? Well, I bought it on release day, so that is not possible.
Yeah.
Did the software pack make you purchase a higher tier product? I bought the highest tier one you sell, therefore it is not possible. Did the software pack sway your decision in any way? Well, given the first thing I knew about the existence of a software pack was this survey telling me there's a software pack, no, it did not. But it was just the fact that it was like, I feel like this survey is the least helpful marketing survey they could possibly have had responses to. Because I was like, why is there not just a box of, I didn't even know this existed?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. They obviously want to know more, though, because obviously, like, bundle software used to be all the rage with graphics cards. You used to get.
I mean, it's how I own Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
because it came bundled with my CPU.
You used to get AAA games bundled with graphics cards.
Yeah, this comes with Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah, I remember spotting that out. Yeah. All right, fair enough. However, also interestingly, the reason why we're talking about it again is it also comes with a 3-month trial of XSplit Pro, which does support AV1 encoding.
And specifically supports QuickSync on the card.
Yeah.
So it specifically supports hardware encoding.
Yeah.
AV1. Sorry, on this card. That's what I meant to say.
Yes, AV1 encoding on the ARC A770. Yeah, because I was going to say OBS can do QuickSync H.264 on the card, which is how I was streaming Elden Ring on it. But yes. So we've got some fairly renewed interest because we actually have some streaming software that could do it. We did also find that Handbrake does support AV1 encoding as well. Because we did, after we finished streaming...
Does it?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, it didn't it?
Did we do AV1?
Yeah.
I don't recall, because I remember us doing a QuickSync and...
Oh, no.
That, which
no,
I thought was all...
The AV1 option was CPU AV1, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, forget that. Yeah. However, if nothing else, though, we did discover that the hardware encoding on this thing is an absolute monster.
It was proper fast.
Yeah. After we did the stream, we did some Handbrake encoding on this, and encoding H.264, it spanked a 2070 Super, and I don't mean I don't mean it was 20 or 30 frames faster. I'm talking the 2070 Super was NVENC encoding at like 150 frames a second. This was like 230, 240 frames a second.
Yeah, so, and had basically zero CPU utilization, whereas NVENC encoding was 40-50%.
Was it that high?
Yeah, it was something like 40 or 50%.
Yeah, it was certainly noticeable, yeah. So yeah, it was a matter of like, yeah, we did actually manage to get hardware, Handbrake encoding on this was absolute beast. It was nuts. So that's, and we were just like, man, if only we'd spotted this on stream, because it was actually a case where we were like, holy crap, now here's something this card is good at, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like encoder-wise, that suddenly made an awful lot of sense. But at any rate, yeah, XSplit Pro. So for those of you who don't know, XSplit, we are currently streaming using OBS, Open Broadcaster software. And XSplit is another streaming software. However, it's a premium one and it costs money, which is why no one uses it. Because OBS is just really, really good and there's no reason not to use OBS. However, we kind of sort of thought, oh, maybe we should actually have a look at XSplit and see if it's actually any good.
Yeah, and also a case of look at the hardware encoding in XSplit
Yeah.
on the Arc, because it specifically states supporting both of them.
Yeah. It'd also be interesting to see. Actually, what would be also a very interesting test is, like I mentioned, when I was running Elden Ring, I did have issues where having QuickSync engaged, so having the stream running in the background, seemed to have a big footprint on the card's performance. I wonder if it's the same when you're running on the AV1 encoder or not. Or I wonder if it's the same when you're running on XSplit. Maybe XSplit has just got much better optimization. Because obviously, clearly there is a high degree of optimization there, because Intel and XSplit have obviously been talking to each other.
Yeah.
So it might be interesting to see if, if you are actually running an Intel Arc GPU, XSplit might make more sense from a performance perspective. So yeah, we kind of thought that's something that would be very interesting to look at. So yeah, time to set up a Cloudflare account to test the AV1 streaming. Yeah, I guess potentially, yeah. What did we decide was the story with YouTube accepting AV1 streams? Was that still a no? I genuinely can't remember.
I'm so confused. I don't know. I think the answer would be basically a case of we just try it and see.
Yeah, try sending them an AV1 and see if they accept it. Yeah,
because we can, basically.
Yeah. How do you get this version of XSplit? What did you have to do to get your software bundle? Because Quentin Stevens also has an A770.
Buy the card, receive the email from Intel. Click the link in the email and receive a thing that says claim.
Check your email.
Yeah. Although apparently the bundle is only available from certain retailers.
You got yours from Scan, didn't you?
eBay are the only retailer in the UK.
Okay.
I think it looks like. Which leads on to a separate thing that I've seen on the leaks, is that apparently from what people have said, retailers have said, is that they have been told by their Intel representative that they will get no more stock. Whatever they got for launch day was the stock they will get. And that's enough. It.
Yeah. Obviously. So
it'd be interesting to see if that's actually true.
Yeah.
Or whether it was a case of lost in translation and Intel was saying, no, that's the only stock you can get for launch.
Yeah.
There will be more stock later because shipping.
So it might turn out that the limited edition actually was limited.
In the sense that they've only made
X many of 5 of them, because it was probably you, Quentin, and 3 other blokes. So However, that much being said, again, in defense of the A770, like I said, I streamed Elden Ring on it, and also during that day, I spent most of that day playing Killing Floor 2 with you and Teltac on the A770. It was great.
And it worked.
Yeah. I did have 1 or 2 crashes at the start of streaming Elden Ring. It was not perfect. However, broadly speaking, my Sunday with the Intel Arc A770, it was great. It was fine. Again, obviously, performance-wise, it performs as well as it's expected to. It was obviously, I normally game on a 3080 Ti, and obviously it's not going to match that level of performance. However, it hit the expected level of performance and gave a good user experience at that performance level. So yeah, it was great. So yeah, Teltac still wanted to do the Cloudflare thing. We'll have a.
That's absolutely fine. You can set it up.
I was about to say, I'm interested in testing this. If you're willing to set it up for me, Teltac, I need you to do approximately everything, and we'll do that.
You do all the work. Yeah. I will put my face upon it, and then claim it is a great success.
And pocket the revenue. So yeah. You're just investigating, you dinguses. Yeah, well, there you go. Launched and dead in a day. Well, I mean, Battle Mage is already on the horizon.
Maybe.
Well, is already on the roadmap.
But this was on the roadmap for release in 2020.
Yes.
Roadmaps mean nothing at this point.
Well, the point being that Arc was so much delayed that it was going to have a really short life when it was released anyway. And Intel seemed to have been in the I think Intel were in a position of we need to release this or bury it, and it's going to look really bad if we just bury it. So we'll just release what we've got, and that's it.
Yeah.
Moving on. Battle Mage is on the way, because I think Battle Mage is going to come out. I think that's going to be a thing. So yes. Try games at 4K medium settings. Don't have a 4K screen. I game at 1440p. So yeah. As a quick question, Sleepwalker says, do you benefit from Cat 8 over Cat 5 to 6? What even is Cat 8?
As far as I'm aware, and I haven't looked recently, anything other than Cat 5 and Cat 6 are not official standards.
Fair enough, yeah.
It's been a while since I've looked, but
yeah,
I would be surprised if they went from 6 to 8 in the timescale I looked, because it was less than a year.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, certainly if you're looking to do high-speed Ethernet cabling, then Cat 5e is good for gigabit, and then
2.5 gig up to 100 meters, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you do 2.5 gig on it? Yeah.
Or was it 10 meters? I think it might have been 10 meters actually.
Yeah, and then if you want to do super high speed like 2.5 or 10 gig, then you go to Cat 6.
Yeah. And then you're limited to, I think, 50 meters for 10 gig. I think it is for like official spec. Obviously, you can do a run of 100 meters with zero interference on it, and if it works, it works. But
then, if you're doing long runs,
you basically have to go up to fiber.
You've got to start doing fiber. Yeah, is fiber affordable yet?
I've no idea. I've never looked.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to find out how much it costs. It like, let's say you've got a house and you've got a summer house at the bottom of your 100-meter garden, and you want to get your gigabit internet down there. I wonder how much it would cost to just run a fiber cable through a bit of garden hose pipe now. And just have a basic, fiber to Ethernet adapter at each end kind of thing. I'm kind of curious as to what that would be these days. So yeah, Linus. Yeah, well, Linus has been doing fiber stuff recently, but obviously because it's LTT, all of their stuff was hilariously expensive.
They were also doing like a 2-kilometer run or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of curious as to what's the cheapest fiber setup money can buy. That's kind of that would be interesting. But yeah, 1K roll was $700. Yeah, that's 1,000 meters. We don't need that far. That's the thing. But then the difficulty is terminating the fiber lines. So, don't know. Got Cat 6 on gigabit Ethernet, no issues. Yeah, absolutely. You just got Cat 7, shielded and separated pairs. See, that's the thing. Apparently there is, is Cat 7 a thing? I don't think it is. Why don't we upstream to 1440p like last time? Because I forgot to select it. Did you have a look at the stream?
Yeah, I did. It
was VP9, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't actually look at the stream on a big screen to see if it made a difference to like the perceptible quality. But yeah.
Yeah. Truth be told, we didn't look at it to see if it actually made a difference or not. So I just
like the actual, like the actual 1440p-ness making a difference.
Yeah.
But the being on 1440p did not change the option the VOD was encoded in.
Yes. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Short run fiber is good for outside to inside connections. Yeah. And also Cat 7 cable. Wiki. Cat 7. Cat 7 cable, a cable standard.
Oh, interesting. Does that actually exist?
Class F and Category 7 cable are backwards compatible to 5E, yada yada yada. Yeah, individual pairs are shielded. So yeah, Cat 7 is a thing indeed. Yeah.
So I guess that would be for 10 gigabit 100-meter runs, I presume.
Yeah, so presumably that's for really high speed, longer runs. So yes.
Where are voltages in this?
And yeah, apparently Cat 7 and Cat 8 are indeed. Oh, hang on a sec. Cat 7A is a thing. Cat A was ratified. Is defined up to. It's down to frequencies at this point. Cat 7A is up to 1,000 megahertz, and as opposed to 600 megahertz, and Cat 8 is up to 2,000 megahertz. It doesn't say. I don't think there's any other meaningful thing there. So I think this is Cat 8 cabling primarily designed for data centers, for short runs and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think this is stuff you'd use in the home, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you can plumb 10 gig down Cat 6 anyway, can't you?
Yeah, so short runs.
For short runs, yeah. So really, it's kind of a matter of unless you need to get 10 gig down to the bottom of your garden, there's zero reason to be running anything above Cat 6. Seems to be that's what I'm reading from this situation. Although I'm speaking as a layman here. Also, I need to change the live chat. There we go. So yes.
What are you doing? Great. Don't care. I don't know what happened there.
Cat 8 has a maximum permanent link length of 24 meters. Yeah. Flat Ethernet cables are nice for home. They look nice. I hear that flat Ethernet cables are awful for signal integrity, but I've never actually worked with them before. So I'm might be speaking out my arse hour in. Doo-doo. We might be live again by now, I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay, I think we're live because the preview is re-engaged. I'm going to wave to the camera and then see if I wave on the phone. Yep, there we go. There's my wave.
Excellent.
With the stream lag and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Oh my god, I'm still waiting for the stream. God, the stream lag's horrendous. It's like 20 seconds down. Right. We're back again, everyone. This isn't exasperating. Right, okay. Let me see if my... All right. We are indeed back again. Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. This is a bit horrendous. Once doesn't mean anything, but if we're getting onto a run here where just the internet is just going to keep falling over on us, that will be very, very vexing. Right, I'm going to quickly refresh Studio just so I get my preview back. Right, unable to connect to chat. Refresh, please.
Oh.
All right, there we go. Let's see. Right. Let's pause that. There we go. Right. Okay. I'm gonna just jump back into chat and see what chat is talking about. Oops. So yeah, are we blowing stuff up now? We're not. Wild Floor Lamp. Hello. How are you doing? We're having a terrible time with the internet. Apparently, that's the second internet dropout we've had this afternoon, which is a bit. When did I had the internet drop the other day, I think. It's been flaky this week, which is frustrating because normally my internet here is really reliable. Like, it's literally like once every 6 months when the internet will drop out and then just immediately reconnect again. And usually that's just because the router needs a reboot or something. So, yeah. Live chat versus top. Oh, yes, let me switch that out again. Right. Anyway, okay, I'm going to just recap on the chat and just start reading again. Let's see. Geek J says, here in Tokyo, 2 gigabit connection is the norm. Damn. Depends on the resident of the apartment buildings and if the building's old. That's rad. Like, gigabit is 1 gig internet is fancy in the UK at the moment. I encountered that for the first time this weekend at a friend's house at the LAN party. They had gigabit Ethernet. I was like, I need to download this game, and it just like 30 or 40 gigabytes, and just went, "Ew, done." And I'm like, wow, that's literally faster than I could have transferred it off of a flash drive, kind of thing. Magic.
It's why when I went, oh, can I back up Windows stuff easily? And I was like, actually, there's nothing I can back up to that's faster than or equal to my internet connection speed.
Cloud backup is being the fastest backup you can do. That's bonkers,
basically,
isn't it? Yeah. I have to admit, having seen it this weekend, and also like last night, I was sitting at home going, I don't know what I want to play on my computer, and I went through like 3 or 4 games where I'm like, I'd like to play this, but also it's a 50 gig download and I don't have it installed. And I can't, and like, so obviously, I could start downloading it, but it'll be a couple of hours to download. And I want to start playing something right now, whereas obviously if I had gigabit internet, I could just be like, I want to play this now, bam. And I'm like, suddenly I'm a lot more interested in actually forking out for gigabit at home as well as in the shop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting tempted, man. Getting tempted. Just all that money I've just saved by buying an air fryer, I'm just going to waste on gigabit internet instead. So that's the thing.
But it's just the fact that it's like, I could restore this from a hard drive, but it will be faster to re-download it.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that'll be very nice. Yeah, Floorlamp says he's content with his 500 meg. Yeah, I'd take 500 meg if that was an option. That's the problem. Gigabit feels like such overkill for a single user. But in the UK, there's 100 meg and then gigabit. There's nothing in between. So I want a poor man's fiber kind of thing. But like, yeah, they just don't bother with that. So, yeah. Oh, well. Let's see. Someone else asked, is Windows 11 good now? And I can't remember who it was. Someone said, is Windows 11 good now? And my answer to that is, it's fine. I don't think there was ever anything wrong with Windows 11 per se. You're just going to have to get over the fact that the new start bar and start menu is very heavily dumbed down. I mean, the start menu isn't too bad actually, because when I did some digging on that for my home PC, I noticed that you can actually customize it a reasonable amount. Like you can change it now. You can change the balance of pinned tiles versus recent items, and you can change it so it shows like 2 recent items and lots of pinned tiles. And I immediately went for that option because I hate recent items. I want to pin lots of stuff.
I removed both.
Interesting. Yeah. Do you just search for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I use the start menu pinning for is to remind me which Microsoft Store games I have installed. That's all I pin on there.
Interesting.
It's just the Microsoft Store games.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels wrong to me to search for everything. And I think the reason for that is purely because of the number of work experience students I've had who don't actually know how to use Windows. They just know how to search for everything. Like if you ask them how to switch on desktop icons, like you want to put this PC on the desktop, they don't know how to do it. They can search for it, but they don't actually know where that option is. And I feel like, but at the same time, it's a case of, well, as long as they actually, if they can achieve their goal by searching for it, then what's the problem? But it seems wrong that people don't actually know the correct way to get to it. And this is why it bothers me that everything is moved in this direction of search bar for everything. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I search for a reasonable amount of stuff on my phone as well, anyway.
I search for settings on my phone because I can't bloody find any settings these days. Every time I'm looking for something on my phone, like a setting, I cannot find it, so I just have to search for it. But that's my phone, not Windows, and I'm not a phone expert. But yeah.
One thing that is very nice, though, is if you do search for it on your phone, it gives you the full settings path at the top of the result.
Yes, that's very nice, yeah. Yeah, Teltac says, I'd sooner someone know where to look and be able to understand from that, rather than know the specifics. So do you mean you'd rather... yeah, elaborate. Are you saying as long as they can achieve the goal, it doesn't matter how they did it? Sort of thing. Because, yeah. It's an almost unuseful feature. I mean, this is the thing, because if I get over the fact that search bar for everything is now the modern meta, then it doesn't matter that the new start menu is useless. You know.
Yeah, basically.
However, the start bar is still useless. I will stand by that one, which I think we're in agreement on anyway.
Oh, the taskbar.
The taskbar, yes, sorry. The taskbar is useless, and that annoys me. However, if you can get over the start menu and the taskbar, Windows 11 is great. It does feel nice to have that modern interface now, because Windows 10 is looking dated, man. It really is. And especially now when I sit in front of... there's two machines left in the shop that are on Windows 10, my laptop and the YouTube rig. And now when I'm looking at those, I'm just like, wow, this looks old. It's weird that Windows 10 looks old now, but it does. Mainly just because the aggressively flat design of Windows 10 has not aged well. Exactly that, yeah. That's fair, that's fair. Time to kill start, yeah. Windows 10 File Explorer is still in 11. You'd love to go to the Windows 8 UI.
For me, the issue I have is that you can't move the taskbar around.
Yeah.
That's the issue I have.
The issue is just that it has no customization at all. You're just not allowed to do anything with it. There's just one way. And I guess that Microsoft are trying to just rigidly enforce consistency with it. But at the same time, I mean, we've had this conversation before. It's just like the easy option is have advanced options, which is just under, just past one more menu that just says, these are for advanced users. We recommend you don't run these options, just so people have the choice. But, But then that's the interesting thing, is I said that I don't want to run a third-party utility to customize Windows 11 because I want to get used to the standard. But the funny thing is, if Windows 11 gave me the customization features, I'd absolutely use them. So by that argument, I should absolutely get a third-party utility.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, it is, for me, the biggest issue is the fact that you can't move the taskbar.
Yeah.
Which then makes it non-viable for me on a computer which you game on. Because that will be invariably full screen or exclusive full screen. But then when I click out of that and the game's still visible, I now can't see my taskbar. My taskbar is hidden by my full screen app.
I noticed that the other day. I wasn't able to Alt-Tab out of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, again, just, yeah, I want more multi-screen customization options.
Yeah. I disabled fancy zones and was using the Windows 11 built-in ones.
Oh, does Windows 11 have built-in customizables?
No, there's no customization on it.
Oh.
There's just fixed zones. I was just like, oh yeah, it's not bad.
What fixed zones do you get? Is it still just 50-50 or?
You have thirds.
Yeah.
Priority center, quarters, and some other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I would go for
that. Which is interesting.
Yeah, I would go for that, and I would love it.
But it's not like a hot zone, so you can't just like drag it into a zone and it then expand into it. You either
Yeah.
have to drag the window to the top of the screen
Yeah.
and pop down a little UI and drop it on the section you want,
Mm.
or hover over the maximize button and then click the bit you want.
Yeah. I've been spoiled by fancy zones and specifically the right click to activate. So I left click to. Think we're back. Top chat, live chat. Yes. All right, we're back again. Good grief. Right. Yeah, we think the router might be. I think the router may have just completely just fallen over because the Wi-Fi itself is dying when the internet goes as well, which probably means it's the router. And the router is just a BT home hub because I just don't need anything more sophisticated than that. So it's possible that's just wetting the bed. There's nothing else downloading in here, so there's no reason for it to be doing anything. This is the first time we've had significant issues like this, in all fairness, but yeah. All right. Okay, let me just pause my phone again. All right. We are getting aggravated. According to Fancy Zone's color picker, Caradog's shirt is plum, just like your internet. Get BT to send you a new one. I was actually just saying that to Caradog, where I recently renewed the internet. BT didn't send me out a new router, but I didn't expect them to because it was a renewal. However, I might just actually give them a call and say, you know, look, my router is a couple of generations old now. Can you send me a shiny new one, please? But then also I need to call them up and say, hey, by the way, can you do me gigabit? Because they didn't offer it to me on the website. But you pointed out a couple of weeks ago that there's fiber on the building, so it must be here.
Yeah, someone in this building already has a domestic install.
Yeah. So yes. Right. Let's see. Yeah, folks who are saying BT is terrible. Like other than this, which I have a suspicion is the fault of the router, not the actual line. I never have problems with my BT internet connection. Like my BT internet at home is good as gold, especially compared to when I used to be with TalkTalk. So yeah, like I've got no beef with BT at all. They're the best internet that I've ever used. However, everyone's had different experiences, so yeah. Get a Wi-Fi 6 router. In all fairness, the BT Home Hub is legitimately a very good router. It is, you know, it's the best ISP supplied router you can get. The only way to do better is to go to a third-party router, and I just can't be asked with the hassle of setting that up. But it's something that I've got to do sooner or later.
Yeah, certainly going to be the best mainstream one, because I know that Ethernet supply Dratex.
I assume they're high-end business.
Yeah, they're business package ones, but yeah, they'll supply Dratex. And KCOM, who are the ISP for Hull, when you're outside of Hull, they will supply Dratex as well.
But if you're inside Hull, then you just get a horrible little Alcatel squashed frog.
Probably. I cannot imagine the pain and suffering
of living in Hull.
Of living in Hull. And then having KCOM as your only ISP option.
What is the only...
Yeah.
Wait. KCOM are the only people...
Yeah, there is no BT in Hull.
Huh. What's with that? Like, that sounds like an interesting topic in and of itself.
I can't remember.
Like, I mean, obviously, in the US, you know, people in America are accustomed to having just one ISP that covers their city. However, in the UK, like, no, you've got like a dozen different ISPs to choose from. Yes, it's all coming down the same wires, but as a service provider and customer service and bills and tariffs, you've got like a dozen different options at any given time. So the idea of just a town in the UK only having one ISP,
Yeah, basically.
that's
I understand
nuts.
that Virgin are slowly penetrating the peripheries.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
That seems odd.
But yeah.
Very well. With OpenWRT, you can directly configure your VLANs as well. Yeah. Yeah, I do need to...
Have you still got the old Nighthawk?
I can't remember. I haven't thrown it out. I just don't know where it is.
Because
Oh,
that's...
yeah, no, I think I did have that kicking around. The one that I had misplaced was the modem that you were using with the Nighthawk. I think that's the bit...
yeah, some random open...
Yeah, I think
reach
that was the
white
bit that I've
box.
misplaced, if my memory serves me. So I'll have to have a look, yeah. I'll need to sort it out at some point because I have to admit, yeah, my internet setup in the shop is terrible. I just run everything on one local network because just simply because you know I don't generally run like there's no public access in here or anything like that, and like issues with compromised computers and stuff like that, it's just not a problem I've ever encountered. So it's just not something that concerns me. However, it would be nice to actually set it up properly and actually run a couple of VLANs just so I can have a stuff that's in for repair, public access, and staff or something like that. So yeah. Oh, Winston Wolf coming in about the KCOM thing. He would know. Hull and KCOM is because when British Telecom got created, it was all owned by Hull Council, and it remained separate. KCOM is also not covered by Ofcom. Wild.
Yeah. Sorry, you're saying that BT is created by Hull Council? Is that the sentence I just heard?
That's what it says there. Mike, elaborate, Winston. Explain yourself.
Also, fuck all of this.
What are you doing, and why are you having a bad time?
Well, you see, the reason I'm having a bad time is because I've got a ROG Crosshair 8 Extreme.
Does anyone want to buy a ROG Crosshair 8 Extreme? I'm not joking.
It's for sale. It'll be on eBay soon.
Yeah. Like I finally
it'll also be going on the for sale in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a plan I had anyway, but I was half considering doing that.
Yeah, Caradog's gone through the 5 stages of grief with this motherboard. Is it 5?
Oh no. I've gone from anger to disappointment to anger to just this can be someone else's.
Yeah. Suffice to say, after a lot of going around in circles and arm twisting, we finally come to the conclusion of yes, we're selling this wretched motherboard because it seems rude to say it's crap. However, it doesn't seem to do anything that it's supposed to be able to do.
It doesn't do any of the things that are useful for me.
Yeah.
Which is an entirely different statement.
It's a 100% functional motherboard. However, any time Caradog tries to push this thing and get overclocking numbers on it, he can't. The £800 motherboard doesn't overclock. His £300 Aorus Master overclocks like a dream. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
And Asus can't make a motherboard that can post, apparently.
Yeah, so...
After it crashes.
Yeah, we're getting shot of this. If anyone wants to buy a Crosshair, get in contact. That's the Hull of motherboards, yeah. Hull also has white rather than red telephone boxes.
You still have telephone boxes back there?
Let's see.
I was going to say, the last telephone box I saw was silver. With glass in it.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so, yeah. But, you know, like the...
Silver brushed aluminium?
Yeah.
With glass. That was the last one I saw.
Yeah, but you know the red telephone box.
It was replaced in about 1972.
Yeah, but the point is they were white in Hull. So, yeah.
And they were silver everywhere else.
Yeah, we've got red ones around here as well. There's like one in each town. They've got defibrillators in them now.
Defibrillators. Ours are all silver.
Very well. Anyway.
However, I'm entirely aware of what you're talking about. You know, they sell those red ones for about £3,000 or £4,000. There's a company that sells them.
What, like, so you can put one in your garden or something?
Yeah.
£3,000 or £4,000?
Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that. You could probably just buy one, like one that's been torn up.
That's what they do. They go and collect
Oh, I
the
see.
ones.
They go and dig them up. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's cool when they. I actually think it's cool when they put like defibrillators and stuff in them. I think it gives them a new purpose.
Defibrillator. The thing that I find silly is the fact that they disconnect the telephone line. Because if there's a defibrillator in there and a telephone line, surely that's infinitely more useful.
Yeah.
Because what if I'm in a poor signal area and my mobile phone cuts out and I can't get the code to unlock the defibrillator because I have no mobile phone signal?
Yeah.
But I'm in a telephone box!
I was about to say, yeah, but it's the cost of maintaining the phone line. That's the reason why they're all switched off anyway. But then on the flip side, the defibrillator things, obviously you have a maintenance on them anyway.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, though, those things are probably built that you put them in there and they just sit there for 10 years without needing to be replaced or something. Don't know. I'm talking out my ass. Anyway, you can adopt one for £1. God.
Yeah.
I'm not scoffing because I don't believe you. I'm scoffing just because, of course, you can. You can adopt a telephone booth today, and it'll send you a letter every week telling you about its adventures in the sanctuary. Right.
You saying about that and adopting a telephone box. I like the fact that you can adopt monkeys and dogs and orangutans and so on from various different charities. But then when it's a children's charity, you're sponsoring them. Specifically to avoid any concern.
As you were going through that line then, I was just like, here it comes. What's he about to say? And how much do I need to how much do I need to brace? Right. Adopt a carrot dog today, yeah. They have a 2-year lifespan. Huh.
Yeah.
That's shorter than I'd imagine. Like, I didn't think it'd actually be 10 years, but I thought it'd be longer than 2 years. But I guess because medical equipment, you don't mess about with that, do you?
Yeah. Does anyone want a Crosshair 8 Extreme?
How much does a Crosshair 8 Extreme go for on eBay? Let's find out. eBay. Crosshair 8. Oh, yeah, no.
VII.
Extreme. Crosshair 8 Extreme. Buy it now, $550. Brand new, $815. Not a lot of second-hand ones. Brand new.
Cost fallacies.
Pre-owned, $520. Read description though, so that probably means that someone's jammed several Cadbury's cream eggs into the chip socket.
Read description. It's from America.
Only motherboard, no accessories. What you see is exactly what you get. Lightning fast, free shipping, usually earlier than the expected date. Buy with confidence. Feel free to ask any question with instant answers.
Why did you buy this motherboard? Why is it now available for sale? Well, you see, I upgraded to an A520.
Oh, God. Oof, zing. That's the big oof. Oh, there goes the CPU with it. I hate it when that happens.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's times like this that I'm not sad to see the end of PGA. Also, just that thermal paste. We've got to stop using that stuff, man. Oh, my God. We've got Arctic ceramic that we're trying to use up, and it's literally like glue. Oh, my... Please... Okay, I was about to say, please put some alcohol on that to wet it. Because I actually was scared you were about to just mash your thumb across the pins of that CPU. Pre-owned 400. I think Let's have a look at sold just to see
if anyone bought one.
Yeah, is anyone actually some sold listings? God, someone got a brand new one for $670 from the United States, though. So sold 12th of October for $517. Again, United States. 400, 8th of October. Someone got a bargain there, I think. Yeah, they are selling. People are buying them.
Ooh, my shirt.
If I were you, I would stick it on eBay at $550 or nearest offer, and let someone knock you down to $500.
Yeah,
basically, that's what I would do. $7p final offer, says Si.
Exactly.
Oh, he came down from 19p. No, 23p. I didn't even notice. So yes. There I was giving him the silent treatment without even knowing. That's how good I am. So yeah. Right. Oh, All Dreams Fall Down is offering a £5. Any advances on £5? Asus RMA will send you a different board. Actually.
But none of them will be any good.
No. But I wonder what warranty is on it.
Just get a brand new one in a box.
Well, yeah, then you could sell a brand new one for £700. Yeah. I'm sure if we scramble... Oh, no, it's got flashback on it. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm sure we could scramble the BIOS on it or something like that, but... Si offers a dead GTX 980.
I already have the 980.
We already have that, so you have no more leverage on us. Yeah, there's a 25 somewhere. Data recovery setup stream when? I don't have one, Wildfall Lamp. Although, actually, I tell you what, Wildfall Lamp, here's a fun one for you.
Oh, no.
Which I can't demonstrate because we don't have a computer switched on right now. But I had in the shop here a real head scratcher, which is a head scratcher for me, but you'll probably scoff and laugh at me. This is a WD Black SN750 1TB NVMe SSD. When you plug this into a computer, into an M.2 slot, it appears as 2 physical disks, not 2 partitions, 2 physical disks, each about approximately 980 gigabytes in size. One of them is 976 and the other is 932. They're not the same size, they're slightly different sizes, 2 physical disks, and if you write data to either of them, it disappears into the ether. So you can format it, and you can try and install Windows to it, and then when you look, there's just nothing there. What the hell? There's no data on here that's required. It's just a case of what the hell has happened to this thing. Do you reckon that's a firmware issue, or do you reckon the NAND is screwed? Because yeah, I've got another NVMe in here that's just stone dead. I'm like, okay, well that's just dead. Who cares? But this one has such a bizarre fault that I'm like, what does that even mean? WD Black SN750, Sugar November 750. Absolutely wild. Bad controller, says Si. Did I use disk part on it? I did. I did a disk part and clean. So I properly cleaned and flattened the drive, but it still appears as 2 physical disks. Absolutely wild. Can you talk about how to overclock? You're trying to learn. Not right now, but we do want to do more overclocking content. Unfortunately, we have to sell this Crosshair 8 first.
It depends what you're trying to overclock.
Yeah, what are you trying to overclock? What are you interested in? Give me the model number again, please. Okay, hold on a sec. WD black SN750. Secure arrays with manufacturing tool. That's the thing. It appears as 2 physical disks. Like that, we've got to get past that before we can worry about erasing it. Windows thinks that this is 2 physical drives. Like, again, that's what I can't wrap my head around. Absolutely wild. Controller chip broke. Can you overclock my bank account? That'd be cool.
What, make the overdraft fill up faster?
Blame Windows 11. No, this was tested on multiple computers, Windows 10 and Windows 11, and a Mac. Never seen that issue anyway. Yeah, I'll show you an example of it in action at some point, Floorlamp. I mean, well, I could probably do it now, actually. Yeah, I can rig this. Oh no, I can't rig this up because my my thingy-majig is busy. Unless
my thingy-majig is busy.
Yeah, actually, this can.
It's all right. We can use this in 2 secs.
Yeah.
Where? What?
Oh, that's fine. I'm just going to run the HDMI into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I was going to look for the screwdriver just to take that off.
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, I'll just plug the HDMI into the data rig. Right.
Can you plug it in, though?
I can. Right, hang on a sec. I've just got to check if this has got any customer data in plain sight right now. No, I don't think it does. Right. Let's go.
Single side hold down.
And that. And that. And
ta-da!
Yes.
It's from the capture card. It's the
yes.
pass-through.
For a moment, I thought I connected a HDMI cable from there to that monitor, and I was like, "That's not what I meant to do." I was very confused. Oh, where did there it is. Whoop. Right. Let's see, which could be very well be a NAND issue. Yeah. Oh, hang on a sec. What was the previous thing you said? I would boot into Linux, connect the drive via PCIe, and use NVMe CLI to issue an NVMe secure arrays. The issue persists. It must be some weirdness control firmware. That sounds like a good thing to do.
Which is why I suggested using this board.
Yeah. Well,
because that SSD has a Ubuntu install on it.
Oh, sure. Sure. Okay. Well, let's go then.
I am prepared.
Very well. Okay. Well, we're going to do it. We're going to get good. I was about to turn around and be like, Linux? I don't do Linux.
That was the wrong screw. How do I get this infernal motherboard off of this?
I will put the thing in the thing.
What? Yes.
There's 2 screws holding that motherboard in, Caradog.
Are there?
Yes.
Is that it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
How does that come out? This thing is darn heavy, though. If you remember.
I recall, yeah. Right. I shall put that in there. Right. Is there anything hiding down there?
There should be one in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your SN.
Yep, I've just put this in here. Yes, the SN750, specifically the broken SN750. The SN750 for broke. I'm just going to check if there's anything hiding in the bottom there. There is not.
No.
Are those the mounts for the liquid freezer? Cool. I'll let you carry on setting that up then.
I have no other water coolers.
2 hours into the stream and Graham is finally using Linux. I'm not using Linux. Caradog can do this. I'm going to sit here and carry on drinking cider. I'm feeling tired and lazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling tired and lazy, and the internet dropping out has annoyed me. So I'm going to sit here and be annoyed and maybe eat the last Pop-Tart. That's the mood I'm in today. I'm going to be self-entitled and lazy and not actually put on a good show.
Well then.
But still expect everyone to hang out with me. It's my party. You have to be here. Need takeaway ideas. Air fryer. I find air fryer memes very funny at the moment, by the way, because I have joined the air fryer master race. Right. Let's see. What's going on while we're waiting for this? Oh, Chris had a crack takeaway. Five Guys, if you have one in your reads. Where's the Five Guys? There was a Five Guys opening up nearby here. I'm looking at you with intent, and and you're just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never wanted Five Guys at once.
You know Frankie and Benny's in Poole?
Oh yeah, they're going in there.
Yeah, Five Guys are going in there.
They're going
and I'm
in
like,
there.
hell yeah, there's going to be a Five Guys in range.
No, I'm going.
Because Five Guys is awesome, but there's no Five Guys anywhere near me, so I very rarely get to eat it. I'm very excited about having a Five Guys within the nearest county. Is it definitely a legit WD? I mean, I don't know. It looks legit. I guess I could look up the serial number of it.
Oh.
I have no reason to
How
believe
bizarre.
it wouldn't be. Oh yeah, there's still the print of the CPU in it. Huh.
And the word warning.
Residues, yeah. Teltac says he's got a kebab place near him that does a tray of kebab meat and peri-peri chicken for £10. That sounds pretty good.
Have we got any thermal paste that isn't glue?
Yes, there's some MX4 on the counter somewhere.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I need to buy more of that actually.
Oh no! Stop it!
When's the Adamant IT meetup at Five Guys plus the pub? Don't know. I was talking to Caradog about LAN party ideas earlier on today, which, you know, like, this is pie in the sky stuff, but we
were having the conversation as to how feasible it would be to have more than 2 people in the shop at one time.
Yeah. But, you know, basically, like, sort of, we did a very rough lookout, and we were just like, you could comfortably do a 12-man LAN party in here without any major reshuffling of the shop, and could probably get it up to 15 if I rearranged all the benches and cleared benches and stuff. And I'm like, that's very interesting to me. The only problem is that while I can find the place to put people, they wouldn't be able to all sleep on the floor at the same time. So that would be the complication.
You may come to the LAN party, but you must sleep in shifts.
Yeah, and it's kind of a case of, I don't think it's reasonable to ask everyone to go to a B&B. But yeah, not with my router. Oh. Well, fine, Adam Williams. We shall have a wonderful LAN party and you won't be invited. Also, I'll get gigabit Ethernet first, though. Gigabit Ethernet. I'll get gigabit internet first.
Yes, you should get gigabit Ethernet in the shop. End statement. You should also get gigabit internet.
Chris says, I can only theoretically afford Five Guys because I've got savings in the bank. Five Guys isn't that expensive. Like, it's not cheap, but it doesn't cost the earth.
I wouldn't know. I know absolutely nothing of it.
You're probably going to pay 15 quid for a burger chip for a meal kind of thing. But like, that's going to get you a really nice burger, an obnoxious amount of chips, and a drink, which is, you know, not really much less than what you'd be paying at for a pub dinner, you know.
Chonk, chonk.
Have you looked at the drive through the microscope? There's nothing to see, to be honest.
Yes.
But as I say, it's the software thing that has me very curious about this.
Good.
I'll give you the HDMI back again. Ooh, that's no, because capture.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I'm going to get a 1060. We're going to use it. We're going to use an NVIDIA GTX like normal people.
No, I refuse to be normal.
Oh, okay.
Also, just because the cables are still plugged into the adapter.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Bloody. What do you think is going to happen when you try? Well, actually, you know, on the shut up. On aren't the Linux drivers for the Intel Arc A770 rather good, according to reports?
I don't know.
I don't know if I made that up or not.
I remember one notable piece about the drivers though. They increased performance in them by over 1 billion%.
Who said that?
What? True statement.
Yeah.
It was a news piece.
Oh my god.
Because the performance was so poor beforehand, it could not render 1 frame per second.
Oh. What are you looking for now? Ah. All right.
Oh, good. The fans are spinning.
Right. Okay. So we're expecting this to boot into Ubuntu then, and
Ubuntu, yes.
some kind of Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. Where's OBS? Let's see. Capture with face cam. Let's go for that. Actually, let's go face cam with capture because there's nothing on the screen yet. XR1. Why aren't you showing anything?
Because there was nothing to show until
yeah, there it
now.
goes. Yeah. Capture with face cam. All right. Okay. Pay attention, Wild Floor Lamp. It's time to work.
Jellyfish!
It's time to work, and if you do a good job, I'll praise you. So yeah, do you want to bring up?
There is terminal.
Yeah, we've got terminal. What do we need? Do you want to bring up the partition manager just so we can observe that it appears as 2 physical drives? Well, also see if it does appear as 2 physical drives because it does on Windows, but I haven't tested it on Ubuntu. I can't remember. Oh yeah, look at that. There's 3. Oh no, hang on.
Cannot mount file. The path is not mounted.
Yeah, okay, no, that's not appearing as 2 physical drives there, so that's different behavior already then. All right, Wild Floor Lamp says, I sound like just my voice. Sudo apt update &&.
Oh yeah, sudo update.
Apt space update. &&, and sudo apt install nvme -cli space -y.
Maybe. No.
Sorry, try again. Oh, do we have an internet connection?
No? What the hell is the sudo password for this one? Oh no!
It's password 1 because it requires numbers.
Oh no! I don't know what the sudo password is.
You failed, Wild Floor Lamp. Try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Also, yes, I should probably do the Wi-Fi.
This is your folding rig, right?
Yes.
Counter, I would be giving you such a withering look right now and be like, oh, come in here, wasting my time, not knowing your password.
It's more because I don't know how to spell words in English, apparently.
Okay, good job. I wonder if can you control plus or something like that? Yeah, appearance, font size.
Ah, there. Font size. Oh.
Yeah, sticking like 24 or something. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Bomb.
There we go. Right, how's that? I'm going to make...
Is that now visible?
Okay, we're cruising again. We're cruising. Floor lamp, come back. I didn't mean what I said. Steam is dropping. Oh, mother... Okay, hold up a sec. All right. How's... Are we good? Sudo NVMe list. Is the stream good, people? Give me an update, because who knows? And I'm frustrated at things now. Also, I can actually get... I need to get stats. There are stats that tell me this. I need to... Sometimes it's easy to forget what you know. OBS will tell me the answers to these questions. Right. According to OBS, we are stable right now. Good. Okay. Right. So sudo NVMe list. You're here right now. All good. All right. That's fine. Right. Sudo format. Dash S1 space /dev /NVMe 1N1. 1N for November 1. Yeah, go. Format. Yeah, nope. That's what we typed. Assuming the second is the right drive. Yeah, the second is the correct drive, yes. Oh, sudo NVMe format, sorry. Yeah.
Space?
Yes, correct.
You're about to format.
Okay. Yeah, there's no data we care about on this. You have 10 seconds to cancel, so we just wait, yeah. Yeah. All right, yeah. Sorry, folks, I can see we're having issues. Right. Yeah, I think it should be back again. However, I've got the stats open now, and I saw OBS do the drop and reconnect. Yeah. I think we're going to fiddle with this, and then we're going to wrap up, because if the internet is going to mess me about, I'm not going to stream through dodgy internet. It's just, it aggravates me, and it just makes me annoyed, because I'm constantly staring at the number going, am I still live? You know, I can't work like this. It's formatting the internet, yeah. Try cooling the router by throwing it in the nearest river. Mood. Yeah, sorry about this stream today, folks. It's frustrating. It's annoying, because there's nothing I can do but just be like, is it working? Right, hang on a sec. We're reconnecting. All right. It reconnected again. Fine. In Soviet Russia, internet connects you to the router. Fine. Okay, right. So, right. We have slept and resumed. So if you try doing the format again. 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Sleepwalker blames your shirt because you've changed up your image. Okay. So has that now worked?
It has successfully done a thing, apparently.
Okay, that looks promising. Formatted the router. Sorry, wrong command. Yeah. Oh, God. Bloody... I'm just sitting here hearing the boo as OBS is going, I've dropped the connection. I've reconnected. So this is interesting that Linux was able to do this, but Windows Disk Part couldn't. So so it's now formatted. So is it visible in the file browser? What's the file explorer called on Linux? File Explorer. Okay.
Fuck knows.
Yeah, is it mounted? Or do we need to mount it?
I mean, it still appears there.
Yeah. Disk part cannot secure erase. So yeah, maybe just the actual secure erase is what's done it then. Yeah, we did do a clean in
How
disk
do I
part.
view the drive. I
Yeah.
wish to view the drive. I do not know how to the drive.
There's an app called Discs. Neither of us are Linux people, if you can't tell. We do not Linux bros. Why are we surprised that Linux does things? Well, yeah, but yeah. I get it, yeah. Right, Caradog has gotten distracted by swapping out other drives.
I have brought up a list of things for this.
Okay.
There is no disk.
My disk.
Of the keyboard, apparently.
Very well. Let's see. Right, NVMe. Okay. New partition. All right, I'm going to quickly make this up as I go along without looking.
Yes.
Right, GPT.
Yes.
No. Unallocated. No. Give me a. Can we have an exFAT?
Yeah, ext4. Up. There, right there.
What is that exFAT?
Oh no, sorry. You can just have ext4, or if you won't be able to have any. You can have FAT32.
Sure. Well, basically.
I feel like NTFS.
Yeah, I just don't trust anything other than Windows to do NTFS stuff, just because every time I've tried, it hasn't gone very well. Fine. Oh no, I made it 4 gigabytes. I hate everything. Resize. Why did it not just select the maximum available? By
Probably
default?
because I accidentally selected FAT32.
Maybe. Oh my god. Oh, I hate it. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm going to delete it and make another one.
Oh, okay. I was just going to...
I'm not looking at the chat because the chat's going to be screaming at me going, you absolute dunce. New. Right. FAT32, does FAT32 still have a size? No, we were NTFSing. Right, NTFS. Free space before, free space after. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was because we FAT32'd. There we go. Okay. Chat is furious. Right, edit mount. Right, okay. I now want to mount. Do I need to edit the mount point for that? Edit mount point. Path. Let's see.
I don't know.
This is why I hate Linux. I just want to mount it. I don't care where it mounts it. Because there's going to be a proper place to mount it, and I don't know what... Okay, how's that? I'm going to go back to chat. Chat, help me. How do I mount? Oh, I had to apply. Oh, no. I'm looking at the chat, and it's awful. Mount point should be mount. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, we need to apply on when we were doing the other thing that one time in that place.
There you go.
Okay. For everyone who's watching the VOD and furiously writing a comment, I'm sorry. You will now create a partition, remove it, and then recreate it and resize it all in one go. Well, if it can do that, then obviously the drive is still working.
Maybe.
So, yeah. All right. Now we can try and mount it. And the stream goes again. Yeah, okay. Right.
What now? Right-click the NTFS position and just go mount. Is it already mounted?
I'm going to do /MNT because that's what someone said. Are you sure you want to save the major to the FST tab? No.
What?
That doesn't look right. Nope, I'm cancelling that. Hang on a sec. No, it's on... oh, that's on dev. Oh, my God. I'm going to go back and read chat instead of being angry that I don't know how to use Linux. Yeah. All right. I'm going to remount and then mount on it. Okay. Right. Whoop. I'm going to steal the keyboard so I don't have to keep running away from chat. Get someone to remote into your computer. Well, then I won't learn anything, will I? That's the problem. If someone does it for you, you don't learn. Okay, let's see. So I need a file browser.
Left.
Computer.
Yeah.
Go right, and I'm going to go root, and I'm going to go mount, and I'm going to make a new folder.
Create new is at the top, and grayed out.
Because that would just be too easy, wouldn't it? All right. Control T. Can I not have a new tab? New tab. Control Shift T. Okay, fine. Right. Let's see. Is it still CD on Bash? Yes, it is. Good. Right. mkdir. Oh, I'm going to need to sudo this, aren't I? Sudo mkdir. And we're going to go in here, and it's going to be called SN750. Yes. I'm doing it. I know how to do this bit. Please enter the password. Oh. Then the capture just wet the bed. Oh, okay. I think it's because bad cable connection. This is a clown fiesta, and I apologize for everything. Stop, you dingus. What am I doing now, Teltac? I've made a thing. Right. Select. So now I'm going to go mount. Mount.
Also, probably need to apply permissions.
Just
to
delete it afterwards. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, right. What is this error message I'm getting when I try and select that as my mount path? It says, "Are you sure you want to save the changes you made to the system file table?" That seems a bit sketchy to me. It's not an error. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was just because it was saying sort of you're going to change stuff in your etc folder. I'm like, do I need to do that? There we go. Right, so now I should be able to mount that, right? Mount. Na 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 na. Devices. SN750. Probably. Now set computer. Oh wait, do I need to heckin' apply? The path is not mounted. No, I don't need to apply. All right, what am I missing now?
You have mounted.
It's mounted in that folder right now. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The partition is mounted to that folder.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I just wasn't sure. Now to test it in a Windows machine. Yeah. Okay, right. I'll try putting some stuff on there then, and we'll see if it's used any data, I guess. Right, that's it. Open the file manager. Sure thing. Okay, let's see. Here's an Office. Unigine Heaven exe. That is, how big is that? That's 250 megabytes. That'll do. Control C. So, see, no, fine. Right, so mount SN750, paste. Okay, right, so that should be on the drive now. And can we refresh this just to see if used updates? Because it's 93 meg used, so if we refresh, refresh. Hooray, it's used space. There we go, good. Okay. Right. I think that's done the job then.
Interestingly.
Yes. Good. Right. I know Linux is powerful, but everything about it aggravates me. And part of that is just simply because I don't know how to use it. But the other part of it is just like even compared to macOS, everything just feels so esoteric to me. That's why it vexes me. Right. You got to go out for it. All right, I'll let you know, Wolf. Thank you very much for your help. And for everyone who's just going, you absolute buffoon, this is a me problem. Cool. Right, so are you about to drop in a Windows boot drive now, or what?
I mean, I can do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, drop in a Windows SSD. And then, because if it's now legible in Windows, then that confirms that that has actually resolved the drive. Paul Howe says this is getting painful to watch, and I'm like, I'm not sure if that's because of the broadband dropouts or because of my Linux. I was about to say my Linux skills, but my lack of Linux skills. Face cam with capture. The disk wasn't already accessible. It was completely screwed. In short. However, sending an actual NVMe erase command seems to be what has brought it good. So yeah, I'm almost sad that we didn't boot it up on Windows first, just to show Wild Floor Lamp the 2 physical disks thing that I was seeing, because that was just such a bizarre. That was such a bizarre issue that's why I just immediately put this drive to one side and said that's clearly screwed, because I couldn't wrap my head around it appearing as 2 physical disks.
Mm.
If it had had like a load of phantom partitions, or if it had just failed to format or something like that, I'd have fully understood that, and I'd be like, okay, that's weird. Maybe, of some kind of low-level format might do the job. But it was the fact that it appeared as 2 physical disks that is what blew my mind and was making me go, what? How is... I don't understand,
Ah!
I'm sure that'll do it. That was your finger rather than the drive going into that fan, luckily. Right. What drives are in there? Where are we up to?
There you go. Can you tell what it is yet?
I'll give you that because you're next to the monitor.
It's just the SSD out of the crosshair.
Very good. Right. Capture with face cam.
There you
go. Local disk E. So that should have Heaven on it. And it does. There we go. All right. That easy then. That was very interesting. Huh. Yeah. I didn't expect it to be that easy. As I say, I wish I'd shown you guys the symptoms first, because for a disk that had such bizarre symptoms, I did not expect it to be that simple. However, I don't do data recovery in here. That's my defense, and I'm sticking to it. So, yeah. It's not my area of expertise. But it is something that I want to get into. Cool. Let's see then. And also, I've just gone back to the chat. When you said both, Teltac, both what? Sorry. I did a thing and I fixed it. Well, Wild Floor Lamp fixed it. All credit to Wild Floor Lamp for that one, because he just literally just went straight in and he said, Linux NVMe command line, and that'll do you. And yeah, that's done the job. Cool. Do I know anything about routers? Not really, to be honest. I used to fiddle around, like in the ADSL days, I was running a Draytech and I ran a more sophisticated configuration. and likewise I'd done basic Linux router configurations, but that was mostly just through following a guide kind of thing. But I haven't touched it in a long time because I've just been running ISP routers for a while, and I just haven't needed anything else. But we're sort of moving to a position where it's an area that I want to, well, maybe. I don't know. The problem is I have no interest in router stuff. So, yeah. Oh, the causes of pain. Yes, very well, very well. You should have a NAS and PXE server in the shop. I don't need either of those things. I don't need NAS storage because I have I've got a computer with hard drives in it, and I don't need PXE because I don't need to boot anything over PXE. So yeah. The router has no interest in me apparently, and it sure doesn't. Yeah. Right. Right. In any case, right. Well, having done that, I'm going to wrap up because the stream is the stream still been wetting the bed? Yeah, we've still got 1 million dropped frames. PXE would enable you to cut down on USB boot sticks. You know what's easier than PXE? Just plugging in a flash drive. That's the thing, is I feel like that's a very complicated solution to a very simple issue. Because, like, for example, let's say I want to install Windows 10 on a computer right now. I walk over here, I pick up the star flash drive that has Windows 10 installed on it, and I plug it in. There's no way that PXE is easier than that. I don't believe that for a moment. So, yeah, that's the problem. Don't get me wrong. If I were in like an enterprise environment and I was sort of if I was mass setting up tens or hundreds of computers a day, it would definitely make sense. But I think to a certain extent, people overestimate the volume that I work in. But,
also a case of in that environment, you'd probably have made a custom image that you'd be installing.
Yeah, exactly that.
And it's a case that obviously you don't want a custom image; you want the generic image.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's the same reason. Yeah, it's the same reason why I don't have a custom Windows image set up, because people have often said that to me, and I'm just like, but the problem is every computer I set up is slightly different and has different needs.
Yeah.
You know, because like there lots of computers I will set up with a fairly generic setup, but you know, also about half the computers I'm going to set up and then do very specific things with them, which would go outside the bounds of a custom image anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a case of I could just plug in a flash drive. So yeah. Use Ventoy for multi-boot. Oh, I was going to look at that, and then I saw something that was a deal breaker for me, and I can't remember what it is. It didn't work on something. Either it doesn't work on external drives, or it doesn't work on flash drives. It was one or the other, and I can't remember which it was. You had to use it on specifically a flash drive or an external hard drive, and I can't remember which it was. But I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay, no, that doesn't fit my requirements. But I forget what it was now. But also the other thing as well is I don't want to use Ventnoy, because that means, you know, like one way or the other, I'm going to have multiple drives. Because if I make up one super drive that has everything on it, well, now I've got to make a couple of these, because otherwise I'd only be able to do one computer at a time. Because like there's two Windows 10 flash drives and one Windows 11 flash drive on the wall, so I can be doing up to 3 machines at the same time at any given time. So use it on a USB 128 gig. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I still need to look at it anyway. But yes. Fine. Anyway, I can see. I think the internet has stabilized a bit. However, the constant dropouts over the past, the constant dropping in and out has aggravated me a bit too much. But also, I think we're kind of at the end of things anyway. So let's see. Stuff that's coming up. Caradog has ordered some of the maintenance kits for the Liquid Freezer 2s that we've got here.
Yes.
So those are on the way. We don't know when they're going to arrive, but when they do arrive, we're going to be doing the Liquid Freezer 2 maintenance kits on both of these, so we can see what that looks like. Because what is it again? A seal that's dodgy?
There's an issue with a gasket.
Yeah. So is the cold plate gasket? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the cold plate gasket on these Liquid Freezer 2s apparently has an issue. So we're going to replace that on both of these. So that'll be interesting. Then. Yeah, as I say, we still want to do more content with the Intel Arc. We just actually need to get our act together and decide what we're doing with it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely curious about sort of XSplit stuff. We just need to actually figure out what that looks like what case example we're actually going to do. So that would be interesting. In terms of interesting repairs, I've had nothing this week, if I'm honest. I have got... there is an interesting one that I started working on yesterday, and that was a MacBook Pro, it was a MacBook Air M1 with a bad screen. And the suspicious thing, let me just grab the screen so I can point it out. It's got no backlight because of a bad screen. However, rather than just replace the entire screen, a chap in the know said you could probably do a T-Con board swap. And the T-Con board is this little circuit board here that sticks out of the display assembly. The proposal is to swap that with a known good. Thank you. Oh, there we go, yeah. This little circuit board here that sticks out the top, that little boy there. So I'm going to try and swap that from a known good one onto a bad screen. That'll be kind of interesting because it's hotbarred on. But yeah, that would be very interesting because if that's successful, that is potentially a repair method that could probably save quite a few bad screens for modern MacBooks. And that could make what is normally like these replacement display assemblies are about 250, 260 pounds. So obviously being able to repair one of these, kind of significant. So I'm very curious about that. So that would be good. That's another thing that's coming up, but that's not going to be done. That's not going to be ready this week. So the other thing that I'm going to do as well tomorrow, I'm probably going to bring my personal rig in here, bring my torrent in here, and do a rebuild on that because I'm finally going to do the torrent video. So that summarizes stuff that I'm working on. Is this only for no backlight fix? Apparently, it can fix some other issues like weird color inversions and things like that. Obviously, if your screen is cracked, that doesn't help you. However, if you've got picture problems that are not related to a cracked panel, then there's a good chance that that T-Con swap might fix the problem. Although the difficulty is you need a donor board to put on there. But theoretically, if you're anything like me, you probably have half a dozen of those with cracked screens in them, but perfectly good T-Con boards. So that's the idea there. The stream has stabilized apparently. Fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, designing merch. I'm certainly going to start thinking about it. As I say, it's going to be a while before we see any merch, but I'm probably going to start, mocking up some ideas so I can put some ideas out there and be like, what do you guys think of this? Do you think this is cool? Is this something that you would buy? So yeah, are the flex ribbons soldered? They are, yes. Otherwise, it would be easy. If it was just if it were ZIF connectors, then it would be a non-issue. It's the problem is that the ribbons are soldered. That's what makes it difficult. So yes, yep. Chris S is saying nope to Windows 11. I assume you did this on a test machine and not your main rig. However, consider this, Chris. Windows 11 isn't going anywhere. You've got to run it eventually. or failing that, Windows 12. You think that's going to be any different? I don't think so. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's the new version of Windows. This is your PC. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. 12 ain't going to be any different. It'll be Windows 11 plus. That's the thing. That's why I'm saying I'm going to get used to it, because that's the problem. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's the new version of Windows. Start menu change, deal with it. Yeah. I mean, if you hate it that much, then you could run third-party apps. You could be to customize. If someone came in and said, I think Windows 10 is awful, I still run Windows 7, we'd all be mocking them and going, run Windows 10 like a normal person. Pretty soon, it's going to be the same thing for people who are still clinging to Windows 10. Windows 10 will be the new Windows 7. You mark my words. People will go to the grave kicking and screaming over Windows 10. It's going to happen, and it's going to be a heckin' mess. And on that cheery bombshell, I've enjoyed this conversation in English.
Have you though?
No.
Have you?
No. I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button and breathe a sigh of relief that this absolute clown fiesta of a podcast is done. And next week will be better. Yeah, legitimately. I hope people have found it kind of interesting. This has been a rough one as far as I'm concerned. But give me the stats of the year. It works, Wild Floor Lamp. You did it. Thank you very much. It seems to work. I'll do further testing on it. I'll blast a couple of 100 gigs of data to it, reformat it in Windows, do the same thing again, and see if it falls over again. But at face value, that seems to have done the job. I was saying to chat, I'm really sad that we didn't demonstrate the symptoms in Windows first, because at face value, that looked like a hilariously easy fix. But like I say, if you'd seen the way it was behaving in Windows, you know, I was looking at that going, what the hell is this? You know, if it had just been a drive that wouldn't format, this fix would not surprise me. But it was the fact that, like I say, it appeared as two physical disks to Windows, and that just made no sense to me at all. Absolutely wild. 100 stream. It is the number 100 next week. I can't guarantee we're going to have anything interesting to do, but we'll have something to do. So yes. Perfect time to insert an ad. You know what? Because we never do it, I'm doing it. There we go. I did it. And for everyone who's got ad block, you're still with us. So buy a copy of Parted Magic. Simple Linux live distro. Lets you do secure arrays and some other stuff from GUI. Yeah, I'll have a think about it. I mean, in all seriousness, I will learn though, like that NVMe command line thing. That looks incredibly powerful and useful. However, I'll have a look. Imagine having ads and not YouTube Premium. I have to admit, I also bought YouTube Premium this week because it includes YouTube Music now. And I don't know when that changed.
You just clearly don't have it on your phone because you were getting adverts.
No, well, I was on the Adamant IT2 account.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, because yeah, I sympathise with Linus's frustration that even though I've bought Premium for one of my accounts, that doesn't mean I have Premium on all of my other channels now, which is very annoying. But yeah. But yes. Anyway, I'll have a look at a couple of things. Anyway, much appreciated for your help, Wild Floor Lamp. Do appreciate it. That was an interesting romp. And yes, I get annoyed with Linux just because, as I say, just the mounting system is just so esoteric for me. I'm just like, why do I have to make a folder to choose where to? Why can't it just say I've mounted it at disk 0 partition 1 or something like that? Just make a mount point. I don't care where you mount it. Just mount it somewhere. You know, that's why it annoys me, is that there's just everything. You have to tell it everything. That's why it frustrates me. It can't just do it. This is not the normal Linux experience. Pretty much every modern. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So what you're saying is that it's Caradog's fault. Fair enough. Right. I'm getting out of here. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for dealing with my nonsense. I have been unbearable today, and I will see you guys next week. We'll have something. Man Cave Hobbies. I've got a MacBook with a weird problem. Can I send it you? Maybe. Man Cave. Jump in the Discord. It depends on the issue. Jump in the Discord or give me a call on Tuesday morning. Close now, but give me a call on Tuesday, 10 o'clock. Phone number's on the website, and we can have a chat about it. And depending on what the problem is, I'm semi-open for mail-in repairs at the moment. I'm open for a mail-in repair if I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, I think I know what's wrong with that. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see. Give me a call, was what I would say. And there's the Discord as well. So yes, Pianov, hello and goodbye. If you click on the drive in the manager, it mounts it automatically. Yeah, use a decent distro. Yeah, we're on a very lightweight distro here. The idea is that it was supposed to be lightweight because it was for folding at home and nothing else.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's entirely possible here that we've been caught out by running a stripped out distro and then complaining that it doesn't do things for me. Because of course this is why Windows is bloated, because it does everything for you. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. See you next week with something else. Blah. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for coming. See you next time. Ta-ra.